Cup final. That's the, Masters Rob Brown Cup final. We'll do some player introductions, followed by the coin toss. Then we'll have a national anthem, followed by the players' handshake. For Delta United, starting 11 as follows. Number 17, Onkar Bahai. Number 8, Mark Bertoy. Number 25, Dale Bowling. Number 21, Chris Campbell. Number 1, Mike Kilpatrick. Number 4, Dan Karincic. Number 11, Daryl McMillan. Number 23, Jason Mills. Number 9, Glenn Olivieri. Number 10, Mark Short. Number 5, Rob Short. And your coach today, Terry Robinson. Starting 11 for Coastal FC Peace Arch. Number 1, Jeff Iabonte. Number 15, Liam Breen. Number 22, Ryan Canavore. Number 16, Ted Cannon. Number 11, John the Real Deal Collins. Number 20, Mike Evans. Number 12, Sean Maxwell. Number 5, Sean Rollinson. Number 3, Jackson Reeve. Number 13, Kevin Schultz. Number 8, Ryan Young. And your coach today, Dave Haluka. Man in the middle today, Mr. Phil Brown, over to you for the coin toss.
And we're underway. And quickly off the ball. Peace Arch has it. As Campbell for Delta. A quick play here and already down. It's number 20, Mike Evans.
And as just having a brief conversation with one of the higher-ups of Port Moody Soccer, and he said this is going to be a good one, that this is one that a lot of people are going to look forward to. He said it's going to be better than the first two. So first two games are great. This is going to be another good one. It'll be interesting to see the older age group and the way they play. It might not be as fast, but it's going to be probably more deliberate, better strikes, better, well-thought-out game. An intellectual man's game is what we're probably going to see.
Yeah, I'll probably see the experience come out. These guys have been in the game all their lives and really have tons of experience. That goal kick played up. Delta picks it up. And now checked in the middle of the park.
Went down a little.
Taken down there, yeah.
Went down a little quick there. I don't know about that one.
That was Ryan Canavart playing in the midfield for Peace Arch. So a free kick here for Peace Arch. Just past midfield, that ball swung in and nice save by the keeper. As he had to be sharp on that one, and the ball still played in here.
It looked like he was anticipating a bounce or something, and it caught him off guard, but his positioning was so good that he was able to recover.
Now crossed in tight, Canova looking for the header, that goes wide. And now a flag comes up. I think a foul in the back. And it will be rewarded to Delta.
been about 3 minutes. Not much to report.
Couple early fouls.
Seems
Kind of to be expected in a matchup like this, you know. It's going to get physical.
And oddly enough, it seems like the crowd has dispersed from the standing section and entered the beer garden. Guess it's that type of day. It's acceptable to drink. It's about 2:16, so
there's a free kick awarded to Delta. And played in the box, and that is caught by the goalkeeper. And played up the pitch. Peace Arch has it, now playing it back. And now giving chase. It's number 9, Glenn Oliverio.
now it's interesting to see the way soccer players are truly unique in the way that they age. You have soccer players playing into their mid and late 30s. I'd say more than most sports. You have, in hockey and football, for instance, when you lose your speed, you're pretty much done. It's a, it is a speed kind of game. But soccer, you have a guy who might be, at one point in his career the fastest in the world, but when he gets to his mid-30s, he learns, he changes his game to suit, his diminishing skill set, so to speak. So instead of becoming just a blazer or a speedster, he becomes a thinker and more methodical in the way he plays. So it's fun to watch, some of these older players and how they operate and how they use maybe other skills that they've picked up in their many years of playing.
Here's Ryan Cannavale, who's taken out for the second time early in this match. As the referee blows that one down, and he's communicating with Daryl McMillan, who committed the foul. So free kick coming here for
great play.
Peace Arts in a little, like you said, they're taking a nice cheeky play there.
Smart.
Goes for naught as the intended target.
He winds up like he's going to hammer it.
Mike Evans couldn't get on that one, yeah.
And in doing so, the front wall is going to protect themselves and kind of blink maybe. And he uses that to his advantage and decides to just put a little cheeky pass by him.
Here's McMillan. Ball played up. And now headed to the goalkeeper. As that was Dan Kernich. Ball played in the midfield now. And a little one-on-one battle here between Peace Arch and Coastal, and awarded to Delta. As last touch off John Collins, and it'll be thrown in for Dale Bowling of Delta. Heads that one ahead, and here's Campbell with it. Plays it back for Kernicic. Up the park. Some sloppiness in the midfield there now. Peace Arch has a little dummy play there, given away, and up comes Delta for a through ball. In they come. Campbell has a chance. He stops. Leaves it for McMillan. McMillan's shot.
Oh, good shot.
That goes high and just wide.
That was a good shot. That was a good attempt, and just a
tried to go top shelf there.
Couple, maybe 3 inches too high, but waited for for him not to just hammer it after the the first look he gets. He actually waited a little bit, settled himself, and got proper footing. And it was a close attempt. It wasn't that far off.
Jason Mills had the first attempt there, and then he dished off to Campbell, and Campbell finally to McMills as the offside flag comes up, and the whistle a little bit late there. Goaltender for Delta, Mike Kilpatrick. As Delta here again controls in the offensive zone, crosses it in. Headed away. McMillan picks it up for Campbell. Campbell being checked and still retains it. Ball kept in bounds and now finally kicked out by Rollison, who's playing that right back position.
You know, it's funny when you think of Masters players and kind of that over 35 age group, you think of, you know, something maybe players that are old and frail, but these guys are mostly pretty lean and in shape, and they're moving quite well across, you know, up and down over the pitch.
Yeah, you can hide on a soccer field, so if you're lagging, you will be taken advantage of. And give these men credit here. They're playing in the over 35 division. They're in great shape, and this keeps them in shape as well, really. It maintains their physical.
Well, how many miles do you think the average soccer player runs? You know, in a game, quite a while.
It's interesting because they keep that stat now. When you watch a FIFA, a Europa, or even a league match, when a player's subbed off, a graphic pops up for kilometers ran. As we see the ball played down in the Delta zone.
And you're right, when you have, you know, especially those top tier midfielders, guys like Zavi and Pirlo, those guys are running excessive amounts because they have to do so much. So when you're watching these midfielders today, keep in mind they're over 35 and they're, you know, up and down the pitch and you know, making slide tackles, making shot attempts, really trying to be jack of all trades. It's very draining. It's very physically demanding to play at this level at this age, and they're showing no worse for wear.
Chance here, and Peace Arch keeps it in with some nice pressure. And now a long-range shot, and that one goes wide, but a good attempt there by Carnarver. With his left foot. So like you said there, Jake, a lot of the fans now migrating towards the beer garden.
And why not?
As the weather has really done us well.
It's still a little ominous. It's a little cloudy. You have to worry that it'll pick up later, either in this game or the next. But so far, so good. It only rained for about, 15 minutes of total game time today. So they've been fortunate, especially, as we mentioned, Vancouver weather. And Vancouver soccer specifically is usually a wet affair.
Well, BC is the only province that plays their soccer season in the fall and winter, ending in the early spring, whereas the rest of Canada is a spring and summer sport.
Absolutely.
So we're fortunate enough to play the sport parallel with hockey in the winter. A
lot of kids playing both sports in the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So credit to the parents for
being the taxi drivers.
Being the taxi drivers to and from practices and school and whatnot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of commitment from the parents aspect. You don't really realize till you finish that how much your parents actually.
How grateful you are to all the services they've done for you. Absolutely.
going from soccer to hockey and back and forth is very time consuming. Ball put in the box, and Kilpatrick will pick that one up. And quickly roll it out to his defenders. Delta pushes up. Now it's cut off, and now a chance here for Coastal FC, but again, it's cut off, and here is Delta with the defender. Number 17, Onkar Bahai, as he plays it back to his goaltender. And he'll slow things down at the back end. Nice little touch there from Delta as they bring the ball up the field. Now lead pass here for Campbell. As that ball will roll out. A good job there by Bahai. Thrown in. Canaver couldn't hold that one.
We have to censor the comment that number 22 made after he had a bad touch off the ball, but
again, the ball head out of play, so they're going to throw in, and this will be Ralston who throws it in, looking for number 23.
I think swearing in soccer is kind of synonymous with one another. It's a thinking man's game, but also the language is quite humorous as well. Nice pass.
Now through ball here as P-Sarge has a beat on it, but a nice defensive play there. Nice poise from McMillan as he receives it right back from his defender. As P-Sarge was looking for that kind of breakaway pass. And now he lost it there. That was number 5 for Delta. Rob Short. As that ball kicked out of play. Throw in will be Ralston. And held in, and he will play it back. Here's Canaver. I'll chip in, and that will go for naught as the goalkeeper out to play that.
Yep.
Nice aggression there from the goalkeeper as there was a forward giving chase.
And about 17 minutes in, and really not a lot of chances except for that one early from Delta, or pardon me, from the other squad. Not much going on. Otherwise, it's a very good defensive match.
Chance in tight. And the ball does not bounce the way of P-Sarge, and Delta having a tough time. They can't get the ball out. Now it's out of bounds. It will be a throw in for Coastal FC. And a goal kick upcoming for Delta. Flicked on and now batted back in the offensive zone for P-Sarge.
Looks like that was out of bounds.
Yeah. Quick throw in here by Delta. That ball played on the far side now. A through ball looking and now coughed up. Now a little bit of a standstill as that ball is kicked up the pitch. Now a chance here for Delta. Oliverio. That ball will slowly roll out. As the sun really peaked out now on this pitch. First time all day we've had some sunlight really come into the fold. The clouds have opened up a little bit. And then Bahai. Ball played out. Now McMillan has it. Trying to cut in, now play down the line. Intended for Mills. Good job of Mills to keep the ball in. Coughed up now, 2-on-1.
And now you have a
Here for
streaking center.
Peace Arch, and
Oh, close.
good job on the back check there
Yeah,
by Rawlson.
for Peace Arch, you want to get that, you had it shot really to center the ball. And you had a forward who had a beat on his defender, but just not able to get enough gas on it, not enough juice on it. And it remains a 0-0 draw.
Campbell. Back to Rawlson. Here's Oliverio. Mills, now Rawlson. Looking for that through cross. It's intercepted by Peace Arch defender. And McMillan can't keep it in. Seeing our first sub of the afternoon. Their 15-10 cannon coming out. And being replaced by number 7, Mike Palella. So already quickly in this match here, not even 20 minutes in, substitution for Peace Arch, as this game is, like Jake said, they're 0-0. Now in midfield is Canaver. Plays it for Rawlson.
Oh, good
Looking for that
opportunity.
flick, but the goalkeeper out, very aggressive there to get the ball, and he boots it up the field. Flicked on by McMillan. Oliverio has it. Kept in by Campbell. Now McMillan. That's blocked, and I'll foot race for it, as that will roll just long. Throw in here for Rawlson. Some play on the near side corner. Crossed in, headed away by the Delta defender. As Canaver picks it up, he's leaving all over the pitch. Kind of quarterbacking this team in the midfield, covering both ends. And now out wide for Rawlson. Now it's Evans. And coughed up by Bahahi. As that ball continues to roll. And now kept in on the near side for Evans. For Rawlson. Tries a dummy and that ball will roll out. .22 minutes gone in this first half of this Masters final. Delta United and Coastal FC Peace Arch, and we're all still knotted at zeros. Both teams have had a quality chance apiece, but for the most part, it's been possession changing in the midfield, and there's a chance for Delta as that ball snuck in. Now on the far side, Oliverio is checked by Canaver, who's been all over the pitch. The jack of all trades in the midfield there. As we're getting some sprinkles here.
That's not good news.
With some sunlight, though.
Summer shower. It's a very nice facility, actually. And you get quite the view. You get the inlet right outside. You get some train tracks, which is kind of cool. And Port Moody is an interesting place, interesting little town. And actually quite a nice field as well. And again, good attendance, well-run event.
Yeah, and they have some bleachers up here for fans if they want to take a seat. So very accommodating. It's town center. Ice rink right behind us, and gym center on the left side. As that ball is swung in, header, and a chance for Campbell as it goes wide. A little headbutt there between two men, and some good sportsmanship there as they both accommodating each other.
And they both met each other head on.
Yep.
Going for that. And honestly, I think quite close to actually being a goal. So it's good that he's okay. But another very good chance from Delta. Pardon me, from Coastal. Or Peace Arch, sorry, I'm getting my teams mixed up.
Well, that was a Delta chance, yeah.
Yep.
Delta black, Coastal white. As the ball now in the offensive sign for Coastal Peace Arch. That ball played in, it's cut off by Campbell. And now a bit of a collision in tight. Now here's Canaver with some time and space, left-footed shot blocked. Another shot, and that one goes just whistling wide as off the right foot of Ryan Young. Came into pinch, and that shot didn't miss by much there, Jake.
Not
that
far.
one just wide.
Seems to be the theme of the day, guys going short side.
Header won by Oliverio as Delta controls in the midfield. Here's McMillan.
He's got a lot of space. He's going to use it.
Cuts in the middle now. McMillan still with it. Takes a shot, and that will not fool the goaltender.
I think it just hit the top of the ball, and that's why it didn't have the velocity he wanted. But you saw as soon as he turned around, he had loads of space, and he's going to take advantage of that. Made a nice move as well, which got him some even more space.
Big boot by the goalkeeper that goes in the opposite box. And a chance for his striker that just fanned on that chance. And now once again, Delta trying to get out of their own zone, and they finally do. Here's Oliverio past his defender who's on a pinch. And once again, here's Peace Arch trying to cut in. .28 minutes gone in this first half of this Masters final, still 0-0. As both teams have really had their chances.
Looks like a bunch of substitutions coming in for Delta.
A full line change.
Yeah, 4 players coming in. The bench is empty, so this is their entire roster right now. Basically, either on the field or warming up.
That shot blocked, and now rebound chance. And the handball there by Connivers, the substitutions will be entering. Maybe just a tactic to keep guys fresh for the second half. Putting on some subs in the last 15 minutes of the first half.
Exactly. They're not, as we mentioned, not the youngest guys. Need a little time, a little more time than maybe our first or second game needed.
So yes, we will see 4 new faces come on the pitch for Delta.
And you can see Day, number 18, coming onto the pitch and encouraging his players. He wants them, get loud, let's move, let's get something going. And it's good to have a leader like that.
Ball kept in by number 20, that's Evans, as it goes out of bounds and for a goal kick. And it will be taken by number 25, Bowling. We're also seeing some of the players from the respective Premier Final teams entering their dressing rooms. That game following this Masters Final, scheduled for a 4 o'clock start between the Port Moody Gunners and Langley.
About 15 minutes to go in this one, in the first half at least.
Thrown on the far side here for Peace Arch. Flicked on now, through ball, but a bit too far ahead of the intended target for Peace Arch, which was like Palella. Now a chance here for Short. And that might go for a corner. It will go for a corner, so a good job by the offensive team there to win that battle. And Delta has won themselves a corner kick here in the latter stages of this first half. And it will be taken by Nicholas Day.
Seen a couple of good corners today, actually. It's been an effective means of scoring. It's usually hit or miss.
In comes the ball and headed away by Canaver, but right back in by Delta, kicked in now. Ball cut off by McMillan. Good job checking that. Little back heel. Nice little 1-2 touch here by Day. Here's a goal. Flicked on and too far ahead of there. And now we're going to see a foul committed by Griskovic. He took down Reeve. So a little bit of some dead time there off that foul where the ball went out of play. And the goalkeeper for Coastal will boot it up, and he's got a hammer. Look at that kick. Well inside the 18-yard box. Trying to find the head of one of his strikers. Not to be that time. Nice pass in tight for Canaver. He fakes out one man, now looking to try to get a shot set up. He dishes off. They set things up, and that ball goes by the wayside into the neutral zone. Now picked up by Delta. And taking on that'll go for a foul is.
A little aggressive.
Yeah, that was 24 Griskovich going down for Delta.
I mean, ideally, when you're trying to tackle a player, you don't want to use your feet. You want to use, have your body in a good position in front of the player, so he has to deviate his course. So if you, have to put your feet in, it usually ends up being involving a player falling, which would be at the warrant the call.
Ball on the near side, and unable to be kept in as Kirkinich was giving chase. Now a chance here's Sol. Thornton looking for Grinovich, and a handball called there. A good call, referee right there to see it.
Just bad luck. You can hear the coach from Peace Arch saying, too many guys in one spot, we need to disperse, we need to move.
It's a good battle one down there as Peace Arch has themselves a corner kick. What an asset having a goalkeeper with a huge leg to get that ball in the offensive zone so quickly.
Absolutely. Really speeds up the process, as you mentioned. And let's just say they have to come from behind at some point. Definitely saves you, 5-10 seconds every time when he can hit it almost to the other end of the field. Handball.
Chested down, handball, no call. And a corner kick once again for Peace Arch.
I don't know how you don't call that. That's blatant handball. There's no other way he could have blocked it. I mean, it would have been physically impossible for him to put his chest in front of that. That's definitely a handball.
Nevertheless, another corner kick for Peace Arch. This time from the far side. Trying to break the deadlock here late in this first half. This one curls in. And a good job on the header there. Ball still in danger. Played back in, and now that'll go for a throw, so Peace Arch retains the offensive pressure. In comes the throw. And a nice clearance header there by the Delta defender. The ball comes out. Not quite to center yet. Peace Arch still has it. That ball is played in and retrieved by Kilpatrick, the goalkeeper. He rolls it out quickly to his defender. Played on the far side. And out for a throw on the far side. So Delta will have a throw. And a substitution for Delta as well, as out comes number 25, Dale Bowling. And into the fray.
Seems like one of those games where a goal is going to come when you least expect it. And for these keepers, they have to be on their toes. Even though they really haven't had to make any real saves, the shots have either been wide or they have been easy enough to save that they don't warrant a lot of pressure, but at this point you'd have to think that just some outside shot, like something like that, maybe not that one, but just something just catching another team off guard. But I don't think we're going to see a textbook goal here. I think it's going to be a deflection or something.
Russ Hedgie, the player coming in there on that substitution, and like you said there, Jake, yeah, this game's pace has really been slowed down for the most part. I think really keeping the starters fresh might come in handy, is giving them some valuable time to rest. Is that ball played in the box? And man taken down near the box, no call.
He's going to get himself up though.
Number 11 for Coastal, that's John Collins. He's limping up.
And really this game is on pace, at least to be our first extra period game of the year, or of the year, pardon me, of the day. Just doesn't seem like for whatever reason they can't put it in. And most of the chances, or sorry, most of the game has been right in the middle of the center field. Not a lot at either end.
Now a chance. Ball's not cleared. Once again, Delta crosses it in. Header in tight. Ball still loose. Now one-timer. That's blocked in front.
Great defending by P-Sarge. Just putting bodies in front of the net, making sure that ball doesn't squeak through at all.
And for Delta, their second real chance at a goal. As the follow-through caught a P-Sarge defender in the leg. He's down. But it looks like he's going to be getting up just fine. It's a follow-through from Oliverio's shot. Caught Sean Maxwell in the back of the leg, and he was slow to get up. And now we're seeing a throw-in for Coastal P-Sarge. That ball is out of play.
And that was a couple of really good chances by United, and you have to think that, again, I just think I don't see it going a chance happening where it's basically a breakaway. I think it's going to be something where it bounces off a defender onto the boot of a Delta player, on the boot of a P-Sarge player. I just think it's going to be a goal where it's going to be kind of a rebound goal. And it's not going to be pretty, but it's going to count, and that's all that matters.
Chance for Conaver looking for that through ball, cut off nicely by the defender. Just coming on, a substitution. And now that ball intended for Griskovic. A bit too far of his liking. Played back to the goalkeeper.
Almost, just not quite able to keep it in.
That was Ralston trying to keep that one in. As Day heads that one out of play. So throw in upcoming here for P-Sarge as they play it back to the goalkeeper. And played up. Ball out, and it'll be a Delta throw.
It'll be interesting to see what team comes out with the better halftime adjustments, because right now it really looks like a stalemate for both squads. One team's going to have to break through eventually, and you're going to have to, I'm curious to see which team it will be.
So that one again goes out. Tossed in Campbell. Good job by Mikinic. And now in middle of the field once again here. Tons of room and time here for Hedgie as he points.
Oh.
Then almost essentially coughs it up there.
Good steal, and they're going to have an opportunity here. And he's offside.
Well offside. And he knew it was number 13, Nick Beth. And the big boot from the goalkeeper down the pitch.
We're nearing halftime at this point. Again, we don't have
kept in play, yeah. Sorry,
we don't have an exact clock, but
Now a foot race for it. And Bessie's got a beat on that. He's taken down. They say possession now all of a sudden. Peace Arch has it, and that will be out for a throw. This referee's had his shakiness. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half, still zeros. Thrown in. There's Bethy on the far side. He's checked the ball out again for a throw in for Delta. And an offside call. Excuse me, no. Throw violation, and it will go.
Don't see that often.
Yeah, he had his foot over the line. So it'll go to Peace Arch. And now shielding away. A good job there by Evans. And now a foot race forward once again. Griskovic for Delta, and he won that battle for a throw, and now quickly thrown in. Griskovic looking for Oliverio in the penalty area. Someone was taken down. Play continues here. Here's Sorrell for Day. Back with Day.
And he's got wide open space here.
Hedgie trying to cut it across, left foot shot, and a routine save there by the goalkeeper of Coastal Peace Arts, and a nice deep throw
Oh,
in the midfield as he was taken down, and we're going to see a foul called here, and maybe a card, but a little talking to nonetheless.
I don't think we'll see a card. He's just basically saying take it easy. And looked like it was sort of a need in the midsection.
Yeah, Mike Evans is down, and the culprit, number 16 for Delta, Andrew Goer. And looks like Evans is still grimacing.
Looked like he got the wind knocked out of him, and I don't think there's much embellishment on that one. That was a pretty, fast-paced collision. So he's going to take his time. This is only going to add to the stoppage time.
Yeah, a tough collision and tight there. He's being tended to by one of his teammates.
And he's up.
All's well. Mike Evans up and walking. He'll stay on the pitch. He will continue to play here. As I'm sure maybe a minute or two will be added to the extra time.
You'd have to think so.
As we're, I think, nearing that point in this first half. As the referee checks his watch just to make sure he can count for the time lost. Play in the box, and that's kicked away by a defender, so it'll go for a corner kick. And Coastal Peace Arch will have their opportunity. Line drive, kicking. Good play there. Get the ball out now. Quick counter here by Delta ensuing. Lead pass for Oliverio. And it's played back to the keeper for safety. Played out. Back in the Delta zone. Chance for Peace Arch, and that one will go for a Delta throw deep in their own zone.
This might be the last real chance of the half. Looks like the teams are kind of gearing up for the end of the half. As you can see, the pace is kind of deadened a little bit. They're trying to save themselves a little bit of energy for the next bit of games. I think it's going to be a throwing violation again, so he's going to have to. He's going to get another crack at it.
A very deep throw here, almost a virtual in the corner area. Just thrown in. And once again out, and Delta will be awarded a throw in further up the pitch. And once again, out of bounds, but it'll be halftime as the whistle blows. So at the half, Coastal FC Peace Arch 0, and Delta United 0. And we'll check in 15 minutes for the start of the second half of this match. And we're back for the second half of this Masters Cup final between Delta United and Coastal FC Peace Arch. It was 0-0 after the first half. Both teams had some chances. And now we're underway in the second as Delta picks up with the ball. That's played down the park, and for a goal kick as the rain begins to come down once again here in Port Moody. As it was coming down in the first game of the morning, and then held off for the second and parts of this third matchup. And now we see it come back here in the second half of this Masters final.
Well, thankfully it's more of a drizzle than a downpour at this point at least. So let's hope it either stays like this or gets better or it doesn't get worse.
As Day picks it up for Delta as he plays it back to his defender. This game really has just been a lot of neutral zone play. Both teams have had a couple chances offensively, but for the most part it's been just really back and forth in the neutral zone. There's no one really giving the opposing team much to work with. A very sound defensive game. Here's Coastal FC, and the referee says play on there on that handball.
Some aggressive defending from Delta. When they defend, they have, body-on-body contact.
Now, nice little move there from Coastal. Now a shot, and that one on the turf and wide from Collins. Just put that ball wide left, and scoreline remains the same. 0-0. Here's short. Little tip
Nice
drill.
ball.
And short had a lead ball, and Besh was taken down. Referee giving a little finger wag to the defender. No card though.
No card.
But a warning, verbal warning, and I'm sure his next foul might result in a yellow, depending on the severity. Ball played in the box.
Big bounce.
Off ahead. Now it's played inside the box and finally cleared by the Peace Arch defender. That was Canover. As the rain progressively getting stronger here in Port Moody's. We're just off the water here, the inlet in sight. Some nice railroad tracks in the backdrop, and the umbrellas are coming out now as the fans that have stuck around throughout the whole day really to watch these matches.
And really you can see right now majority of people are watching this live feed are in the beer garden underneath some cover.
Yeah, good setup down in the beer garden as the TV monitor set up. Is you have the option of watching it obviously live from the corner or on the TV monitor while enjoying a cold beverage. It's a good spot to be at. It looks pretty packed in there right now from our vantage point.
Yeah, it looks a little full, actually. Standing room in there as well. I think they want to see a goal at some point from these two teams, and really there's only been, I'd say, one solid chance, and the rest have either gone by the wayside or just haven't amounted to anything. So at some point you'd expect a goal from someone, and again, as I've said numerous times, it's going to be a goal that it's not going to be on any highlight reels, so to speak. It's going to be a goal that right place at the right time, and it's not going to be a world-class Serie A, EPL kind of goal.
Played back to the goalkeeper, and he punts it up as Oliverio backheels that to Short. And seeing whistle blown down. Offside there by Short. That ball put up, and now a nice header there by Campbell. That ball in the air as well.
Campbell's been really solid today. He's all over the pitch and has very rarely made an ill-advised pass, and definitely a smart player. And again, great pass from him.
Yeah, cross field there for Sorrell, and now Day has it. He'll leave it back for Hedgie with time and space. He creeps in. Here's Hedgie. For Oliverio, now Hedgie's one-timer in the box, and that's cleared away by the sure-footed defender. Now Canaver has it again for Coastal Peace Arch. He plays that to Evans. Now Collins. Evans. Back to Collins. Nice little tic-tac play there. Now in the middle of the field, this rain now really getting strong. And that shot into the goalkeeper, Kilpatrick, no rebound to give away. And now with some space as well as Delta coming up. Stewart now here's Short. Coughed up in the middle of the park. Oliverio now with it on the far side. Cross in the middle looking for Day. Not to be now a shot. And that goes wide right. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Still scoreless in this Masters Cup final. As the rain really coming down hard now in Port Moody.
And the lights are just coming on, actually.
Yep. Well, the clouds really blocking any sunlight. It's a great clouds really casting over the skies. Once again, the big boot from Peace Arch goalkeeper. Played behind Evans. Headed on, looking for Oliverio. Too far out of his reach, and go out to play for a Peace Arch throw. Headed along, now Collins has it. He's taken down, that'll be a foul against Collins. Free kick from about 40 yards out, deep in the box, and that might fool the goalkeeper off the bar.
Figures the best chance of the day is 40 yards away.
That one really, I think, tough a lot of people as Evans tumbles in the box as he had a great opportunity there.
Tripped on the ball.
And now it's Oliverio playing it up the line, looking for Short. Short taken down, and that'll go for a call. We had that free kick there, Jake, 40 yards out, and just kept sailing and boom, off the bar. I don't think the goalkeeper really thought it was going to be that much danger, but turned out being a pretty good quality chance.
Well, you figure with all the chances that, most of the chances of this game have been from a couple feet out, really, not long chances like that. So for him, he's probably expecting, okay, there's going to be a bounce, there's going to be something, or it's going to be off a defender. But for whatever reason, that ball just kept sailing and almost went in.
Now play out wide for Evans as he plays it back for his defender. Now cross the middle and headed away by Campbell for short.
Oh.
Smart on the ball there. Now played back to his midfielder. As both teams, like we said, sound defensively. It's a matter of just penetrating these defensive fronts.
Looks like they're going to give him a card.
Yeah. He's getting a yellow there for obstruction or interference of some sort. The smile on his face.
It's a bit of an odd call. I think might have had to do a little bit with what he said to the referee after that, because seemingly it wasn't warranted, the yellow.
Now we're seeing a substitution here for Coastal FC. Peace-Arch. Off comes Sean Maxwell. And in. In is number 18, Taki Volas. Is that ball booted out of play?
Hit the pole. It's pretty good average. I don't think
hit the lights pole.
Bet you if you ask him to do that again, in 10 attempts, he might hit it once.
Maybe not even. Here's short. Trying to corral the ball, keeping it down, and that breakaway pass is to no avail. Now some play at the back here for Peace-Arch. Top ball booted into midfield, and now Oliverio has a head on that. Coughed up. Play continues on the short, far side for Hedgie. And now Oliverio inside the box turns. Playing a left foot shot off, and now will go for a delta throw deep in Peace-Arch territory. And it will be Day with the throw. Tipped ahead. Kept in, and chance now again for Day on a corner kick this time for Delta to try to get on the scoreboard here and open the scoring in this second half. Cross in by Day over the goalie's head. And out of play, that'll be a goal kick. As the goaltender over jumped that.
Great kick.
A deep ball by the goalkeeper, headed on. Once again, back in neutral, that time going backwards, so now a chance. Here again, short for Oliverio. Cross in tight, headed away. And that'll go out for a throw for Delta. 15 minutes gone in this second half. Half an hour of play to go. Still square at zeros. As a corner kick upcoming. Cross in, headed just over the bar. As that was Nick Bess with that header over the bar. And another substitution here for Peace Arch. Out comes Palella. And checking in. Wait and see the number. We'll get that as soon as possible. Drayson, number 21. So Drayson in, Palella out. And up comes Delta on the far side. That cross cut off. And played up the far sideline. Mills looking for Grayson. He's got a beat on that. And trips over the wall. Slow to get up, and here's Campbell slowing things down out wide for Short. For Oliverio. Nice play. Did a bit too much juice on that one.
Good opportunity. Oh, no, he couldn't get behind him. Worthwhile endeavor.
Here's Day for Sorrell. Back to Day. Now Campbell. Throw in for Delta here on the far side.
A couple of changes as well. Number 11.
Lost power there for a sec, but we got it right back. As things went dark. Everything seems to be okay.
And it looks like John Collins is off for...
A little bicycle kick there. Chance for Short and tight. Loose in front. And now Chance headed away. That one goes over the bar and out. Another chance for Delta. Gone astray.
Seems like this game is destined for a shootout at this point. Just nothing getting on net, nothing on target. A couple of near chances, but nothing really notable. Like in the other two games, it looks like it's probably the most evenly matched game so far of the three that we've covered.
Yes. A chance here for Peace Arch in tight, number 9, no good. Kept in by Short on the defensive side of the ball. Goes to his brother. And now Sorrell. Sorrell pumps it up the field and it's cut off by Reevy. And again, played back.
Oh, misplayed it.
This should be
Get
played.
on your horse.
He has to cut it back. Now coughed up.
That's just poor defending on the part of...
luckily, yeah, like you said, they're luckily back in the middle of the park, but safely would have been to play it back to the goalkeeper. But unfortunately, well, fortunately for him, actually, that able to make up for his mistake. And as now Delta has ball down. That's played out of bounds by Hedgie. chance middle of the field here. And Evans plays it out wide, and that will be too much to handle for his defender. Ralston, who couldn't get to that, so quick throw and a little flick on here by Delta. Now a chance as Short comes in as a trailer. Played in tight for Short.
And you can tell that was meant for Short
Yeah,
the whole time.
The ball was just played too high. It should have been on the turf, and they could have had a first-time shot there, a little backdoor play. Chance here again for Delta as play continues. That ball's out of play. Well, 20 minutes gone in the second half. 25 to go still.
Oh.
Still knotted at zeros.
Now you're going to get a corner. Looked like the keeper and the defender didn't really have much communication on that one. They both went for it and none of them got it, so. Remember last time, good opportunity.
That header, that's in! What a header off that corner kick! The goalie didn't react to the defender. The defender, that was Ralston tried to head it up. He just couldn't get to it. Then it was put in. What a goal off that corner. It's 1-0 now Delta. The deadlock finally broken here in the 65th minute.
I was about to say, right before the kick, that the last great opportunity was off of a free kick, so looks like we're seeing it again. And as you mentioned, that top left corner, and a beautiful header.
So now 1-0 Delta. And I'm certain we're going to see Peace Arch really come on strong here. Shot from distance, handled by the goalkeeper pretty well there. Kilpatrick. The deep boot, headed quickly there. Now Evans. Now a through ball and a good defensive play there. By a Grower. Now ball headed and taken by the goalkeeper soundly. As that ball played up the field. And now foul called against Peace Arch team. So free kick goes towards Delta.
Just as we've seen all day, you'd expect Delta to, try and keep the pressure on, but not be too aggressive. If you gain the lead in the second half, I mean, that's where you really want to, slow the pace down and make sure that everything you do is crisp and not whimsy. You want a really directed attack, and you don't want to necessarily speed up time. You want to take your own time and make sure that this game ends in a 1-0 defeat, a 1-0 victory. Pardon me.
Yeah, and if you're Peace Arch, obviously, I think you begin to maybe change the game. Like the entire game has been a possession game for both teams, with some offensive chances, going either way. But now, if you're Peace Arch, down by 1 with roughly 20 minutes to go in this soccer game, might want to push up a bit more, take some more risks. the results of more offensive chances. For the most part, it's been pretty calm in terms of chances.
Oh, absolutely. And I'd say the one really solid chance ended up being in the back of the net. So, I mean, if you're United, you know that your way to score is going to have to be in that middle box, and the way to defend is going to have to be in your own middle box. That was actually a very smart play by Short. He had a little bit of room up front, but decided to slow it down. And again, take your time, because time's your friend right now.
McMillan in tight for Oliverio. Now Short on the head ball, and that one will go out of play. Off fade off the defender and thrown in quickly. Play it back to the keeper.
A few qualms here between players and the referee. As we're hearing that banter, a lot of.
Now we're seeing a substitution come in. Both teams out for Delta. Is Bess. And in comes Mark Bertoya. Goal kick here for Coastal Peace Arch. So you're now a free kick in the offensive zone for Coastal FC Peace Arch. It's played on the far side of the box. And it'll be a corner. Oh, goal kick they awarded.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Thought it would have been a corner maybe, but I guess the last touch off the head of Mike Evans. And goal kick is the call.
I think I would dispute that call, but you got to move on at this point. I mean, at this, early in the game, you might want to, slow down and maybe pretend like you were fouled or something like that. At this point, you can't have that. There's no time. You can't rely on the referees. You have to keep pushing the pace, and you got to play your own style. You can't wait. Good shot, but
yeah, just wide there. That right foot shot from the sub that came in. Now we see another sub, and it's number 22's coming out. Canavar.
not Cannavaro. Cannavar.
Play it back to the keeper. And now back to his defender. Peace-Arch now pinching up. On the sideline, that ball just sneaks out. And the linesman checks that one.
Even more substitutions. It's time for Delta, number 9. Oliviero coming out. Number 23 comes on. That'd be Jason Mills. And the sun's coming out, which is nice.
Ball put in the middle of the park. So yeah, we got sunlight, we got rain, and the wind's been quite calm.
Overall, a perfect Vancouver, prototypical Vancouver soccer game. Pretty much every season, this province has in one day. You've had some summer, you've had some winter, you've had some spring. Hopefully we get some more summer for our next game.
Yeah, as we get into our day here, our morning started at 9:45 with the Under-21 Championship. Then moved on to the President's Cup. And now we're in the late stages of our Masters Premier Series final. And one more to follow, the grand finale of them all, the Premier Final. That should be a dandy. We got about 17 minutes remaining in this match. On their side here. Down the line here for Evans and picked up by originally subbed in. Crossed in front shot, and that goes wide off the shin pad. Couldn't connect. But what a chance that was to tie this ball game up.
Yeah, that low cross is an effective weapon when you have guys who can, finish those quick opportunities like you mentioned, and he almost did. It just went a little bit off of his boot in the wrong direction.
Played up and off the head there of a defender. Picked up by Grayson as he goes wide for his man. Now cuts inside is Evans. Headed in the middle and picked up by the goalkeeper, Kilpatrick. And checking the clock. Now roughly 13 minutes to go in this regulation anyway.
And that ball is lost forever. That ball's in
the forest, but
yeah.
I see a fan doing his best to go catch it over there. I wonder how many balls have actually gone in that forest.
Hundreds.
Yeah, I'm sure. Peace Arch, for their credit, has really been carrying the pace of play now. They've been down a goal for the past 15 minutes, so we've seen the majority of play now enter the Delta zone with good reason.
Nice slide tackle by Mills.
Plays it up for, here's McLean.
Oh, that's
taken down from behind. And our free blows that one dead. So now free kick here. Free kick here for Delta. Can possibly put it away with a goal here, as they got some numbers entering the box for McMillan. Low pass and just cleared away without any troubles there.
That was really interesting the way that slide tackle by Mills just saved them. They were able to get and he got decked again. Mills is having a rough day physically. But that slide tackle has killed off essentially 2 minutes of play. Got a yellow there. But
same guy as before.
Yeah, same guy. But it's a just an effective player, able to get the ball first, and they get a free kick out of it, and now they get another free kick out of it, just by that one single effort play.
So here we go, free kick for Delta, and a substitution here for FC Peace Arch as Rollison's coming out and in. So a defender comes out and a striker comes in. And awaiting the number on the most recent player as this cross comes in and headed away, kept in the box though by Short. Again played in. And now a foul called against Delta, and it will go the other way as the substitute player, is Brian McNeil. Flicked on, nice little back heel there, chance. Some miscommunication, as that could have been costly, but luckily for Delta, nothing really happened there. Just chested the goalkeeper, McMillan now.
Now in that situation, you got to think that goalkeeper has priority, and if you're a defender, you want to give him as much space as you can. And
well, the goalie should call that ball off.
Yeah, and he's got, it's for him, he wants to punch it out of there. He wants to make sure it's not there. He doesn't want it to be chested down to his feet, because anything can happen at that point. Got to have better communication.
Now goal kick called there. Under 10 minutes to go in the second half. Still 1-0 Delta. As we see the premier teams coming back from their little training session. Pre-game training session, that is. A chance here for Mills. And a good clearance. Out of play, thrown in quickly here by Peace Arches. Under the gun now, nice play though. Incoming cross. And no call there as a goaltender. A little physical on that one. The bench wanted a call, but the referee thought otherwise. And now a card going to
the coach.
Sub player, yeah, yellow card.
Don't see that often.
I think it was a player, actually. I don't think it was the coach.
Yeah, no, I see what you're talking about.
There's a substitute player there.
But again, you don't see that often.
Well, I mean, if you're vocal on the bench, you're going to get carded, right?
Yeah, especially at this juncture in the game.
And if you're a coach, you might just be sent off right away. Obviously, he wasn't a fan of that non-call there. I mean, it resulted in a penalty shot, which is, a pretty big deal. So
as we've discussed many times, right? It's too big of a call to make at that point in the game.
Ball sails in, picked up by the goalkeeper. Another big boot down the field. And now a partial break here.
Good job by the keeper getting it out of trouble.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Oh!
A bit of a push, and that will result in a foul, of course, right in front of the referee's face.
That was on the verge of a card. That was a little...
As everyone's pushing up here for Coastal FC Peace Arch. In the box it comes, headed backwards, and that will result in a corner. So opportunities are coming here for Coastal. And now another substitution for the trailing team.
And 4 minutes of regular time to go and probably about 2 minutes of stoppage time. So don't have a lot of time for Coastal FC. This has got to be one of your last chances, you'd think. We saw our last goal of this game on a corner. So
Low corner in, and that one looks to be cleared out of safety. Out to center.
and if you want to theoretically dump the ball, you want to dump it a little farther than that, not right to the center back.
Chance here for Mills. Checked off the ball. But possession is still with Colson. All cross in the box, headed away. Calling for a handball there on Mills, no call. Kicked to the side, and it will be held in by Sorrell, who will play it calmly into Oliverio. And now out to center, so back with Pisarch. Short, taken down from behind, and that's going to be a, I'll call every time, from behind, and referee told him to calm down there. We see another substitution upcoming here. Coming off is number 23, Mills, for Delta. And on is number 24. Back on is Nicholas Grisovic. Mike Evans now. Short wins that, and then Hedgie up.
Oh,
Short. Play continues here, under 5 minutes to go in this Masters final. Little counter here, now playing tight. A little bit too much, too cute there in the box.
just couldn't get proper footing.
And exits laterally there.
Just couldn't get the footing down. And
But we can see that Peace Arch is bringing the pressure here. Here's Evans again. Checked and now Short. Nice play there to his brother to get the ball out. And it will be another throw here for Peace Arch.
I mean, the ironic thing is they're playing, like they're in fast forward right now. They're just kind of playing senseless and just trying to get something going. But in fairness to them, they don't have much time. So
Yeah, it's desperation mode
it's
now.
desperation mode, exactly.
This ball comes in the box, crossed in tight,
Oh!
and that's in! What a goal by Peace Arch. In the last 5 minutes, a little tip drill. And we're all tied up at once here. I don't know who got it, Jake.
That was Brian McNeil, the guy who came in at about the 35th minute. So less than 10 minutes later, he ties it, and this one's going to go to extras.
Well, you have to think so. Now 1-1 with under 3 to go. And 2 minutes of regulation time, and then, it'll be overtime, Jake. I'm assuming it's 2 15s and then possible penalties. Now Sorrell goes across, and that's cut off. As that ball goes out of bounds, so it took them till the 87th, but they finally got the nod, the equalizer. And now looking for more, as they've really had the most possession in the past 15 minutes.
Oh.
Ball played in the box, and now played in, a little tip again. Cleared out, but all the play in Delta's zone. as they try to clear out at center. Nice play to McMillan now.
Oh,
And a long shot off the noggin of one of the defenders. Picked up by Oliverio. And out of play. And a substitution here for Delta as Day comes off. And back on. We're officially in extra time. So in extra time now, this final 1-1. And looks like OT is inevitable now. And that'll be a free kick rewarded to Coastal FC Peace-Arch.
that's 2 minutes of extra time, I just heard the referee say.
Ball played deep in the box.
Oh, there we
And a
go.
one-hop skipper there to the goalkeeper. Now I'll get a chance here for Peace-Arch on a little 2-on-1 here. Mike Evans has a beat on it. Played in the box, and that was questionable. Now chance in tight. And a slide tackling save there by the defender.
Wow, I actually thought that was offside, I guess. He knew something we didn't.
A corner kick, though, for Peace-Arch. A chance to put this game away. Since he's golden goal right now. Ball brought in the middle. And cleared. Chance here for Mills. Long range shot.
Oh.
Rebound. Has the
Wow.
goalie looking shaky there for Delta. Hasn't really been all that stern back there. I think Coastal might know that with some long range shots.
Well, I imagine it'd be tough to get a real grip on the ball with the weather being as it is.
And
there we
that'll
go.
do it for regulation. So after 90, it's 1-1. And we'll be heading, I believe, to overtime. I'm not too sure, actually, Jake. It might be a direct shootout. I'm not too sure what's going on.
I guess we'll find out. I guess you have to think, for the sake of time, considering it is, there's more games coming up.
Well, we're doing a little coin toss at center here. Now, I don't know if this coin toss is for ball at the starter, or if it's for who wants to kick first.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out. So we overheard 2 overtimes at 15 apiece. And I don't think it's golden goal. I think it's the duration. So underway here in overtime. And from what we presume, it'll be 2 15s, followed by a potential shootout, which is always fun.
Pretty interesting end to the game. You have a game that really very slow first half, and then you have an early goal in the second half, and you think, okay, well, this one's going to kind of lull itself to sleep. It's going to end, and then I believe it was number 14. Yeah, and with the great goal. And
Thompson.
Yeah, and from the 45th minute. How often does that happen? Where the 45th minute or the 90th minute, I guess you could say, how often does that result a last second goal? It just doesn't happen often.
And now a potential handball there that was caught. Here as ball kicked in. Delta FC area. Goalkeeper picks it up. Little foul there at midfield. And it will be a Delta free kick. Little head-on collision there. Jump ball. So short will he'll leave it off for Goer. Flicked on and headed and picked up by the goalkeeper there. There's a big kick there. Play in the middle of the field. And now Sorrell giving chase. That ball crossed the middle of the field, now giving up. Chance in tight. And now a foul going the other way. So he thought there was too much physicality in the box, and the Peace Arch bench is irate.
Well, they feel like it should go the other way. And you're not going to get that call in an overtime period. It's just not going to happen.
Played out by Delta. Now kept in, and offside flag stays down as rain now really picking up here in this overtime period. Crossed in, and that deflects off, and it will go for a throw-in. As it is truly standing room only in the beer garden. Everyone taking shelter.
And why wouldn't you? It's pouring outside right now.
That ball comes across and picked up by the goalkeeper. As everyone decides to push up here in this first of 2 overtime periods. Nice little nutmeg there, looking for Campbell. Pass back to the goalie. And booted out of play. Sorrell corrals that. Nice pass here to McMillan.
Yeah, way to recover. It could have been an embarrassing moment, but he was able to get the ball while he was on the ground and kick it back to Sorrell.
Here's Campbell in tight. Looking for Best out of his reach. McMillan and now on the run.
We held them off there. Did they come on? Yeah. A little bit. They had a free kick at the very end.
Throw in goes for Peace-Arch.
Good defending by Delta.
Now a chance for Delta here. Ooh, almost had a chance for a short there, and now a free kick goes towards Peace-Arch.
Just far too much contact.
Ball kicked across. Picked up by the goalkeeper. And booted up. Now in the middle of the field, it's short as the rain continues to come down. A little 3-on-2 here. Chance for Short. The shot goes high and wide, but it had a chance.
It was close, just a little hook at the end, but and pretty decent range for Short. Not a bad shot at all. Had a chance to really end the game there for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, who knows? I think goal overtime might be good enough. Now McMillan has it.
You can see Delta's really pushing the pace. They seem like the team that wants it more at this point.
Yeah, it was Peace-Arch that was really pushing it in the latter part of the second half. Obviously, they were down a goal, but now back at even. It looks like Delta is really trying to push it as they have a corner now rewarded to them. Deep corner in, headed now.
And he's going to try and
now
one
a
time
chance
it.
for Hetty. That
Oh.
one goes high and wide. That one time, a little half volley there.
More substitutions.
Yep, this time for Delta. And out comes Griskovich. And in is Oliverio. Oliverio back in. Now taken down, and there'll be a foul rewarded to Delta. Now Short. Breakaway pass for Campbell. That tries to slide the opposite way there, and the goalkeeper did well to come out and challenge that. A chance for Peace-Arch and handball, and that will be called every time.
And we've entered the last 5 minutes of overtime here.
The first half of overtime. Now Short. Pass in and cut off quickly there. A cross in by Short. That's headed away. Oliverio trying to get that one back in. Now a chance in tight. Oh, what a save by the keeper. Rebound. And it's headed away. But what a save by the goalkeeper there. Corner kick now on the turf. Played back now, one-time shot, headed just wide.
That was close.
With some great pressure right now. Yeah, goalkeeper Bill Jackson really been stellar for this Peace Arch team.
Yeah, both goalies have been fantastic. And
here comes a cross in the box.
Oh,
giving up and a shank, top of the key, and that was, number 9, Rob Reed, and he had a grade A chance in the slot, and he put it well wide. I think just he got too excited there.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think he had so much space around him, and I guess he figured, okay, well, here goes nothing, so to speak, and he's got to slow it down. And he had so much time, had so much space. Why rush yourself? But maybe the moment was a little big.
Played back to the goalkeeper Jackson. And he'll punt it up the pitch. Well, definitely some scoring chances in this overtime for both teams, as we are nearing the 15-minute mark.
Oh.
Now a chance in tight, and what a save again by Jackson. Rebound goes wide. Here's again McMillan. Cross in, chest down, and now cleared.
Shot over the wall. Is he going to try and hit it to somebody else who has a clearer angle? That's what's going to be interesting.
6-man wall now for Delta. This could be it. Shot off the wall and cleared. And that'll do it for the first half of overtime. So after 15, nothing to be shown but some great saves by Jackson and a great A chance there for Peace Arch to get the go-ahead goal there. But we'll check in 2 for the second half of overtime.
About to start second half of overtime. Delta United versus FC Pete's Arch in the seniors and the masters division, pardon me. Saw a late goal in the second half to bring this thing into overtime. Now let's see if we can get a late goal to prevent this into going into a shootout. It's been a great game so far. Started a little slow. The first half was a little rough on the eyes, but second half, when you see 2 goals, scored in pretty consecutive manner, it certainly livens up the pace. And anytime you get a chance to see an overtime period, it's certainly exciting as the chance goes wide. Looked like Delta really controlled the pace of that first overtime. But Peace Arch ended it quite well. They had a good chance on a free kick. As the ball is being jostled in the middle of the field. They're going to kick it right back to the goalkeeper. Moving up the far sideline is Delta, and that's going to be a Delta ball right now.
So, last 15 here of overtime. Like you said there, Jake, and if nothing comes to fruition here, we'll be off to the, well, that's how you see it, dreaded shootout. Or exciting shootout. I mean, everyone's got their opinion on the shootout, on penalties, excuse me.
Personally, I'm a big fan.
Oh, for a fan, it's great.
I can see why players would be upset that that's the way it ends, but, I mean, you can't have overtime for 5 hours. You have to have...
Especially in soccer, right?
Yeah, you have to have some conclusion. And I think it's a fair way to do it after, 2 full overtimes. You got to have something.
I think a half an hour of overtime is fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And then after that, you know what? We're going to see who has the best goaltending and the best scoring.
I mean, it used to be golden goal, and now it's silver goal. So it used to be where...
As soon as you score, it's over.
As soon as you score, it's over. Now you have to play out the full half an hour, which gives a team a chance to come back in overtime. It seems kind of weird, from a Canadian perspective, being,
with hockey, absolutely.
Going up with hockey and stuff. But
well, I'd say the majority of people really don't like shootouts in hockey, so I would say it's a little different, a little more accepted in soccer, the penalty format.
It's been around for forever.
Yeah, it's not a new iteration. This is something that's been going on for a number of years, so it's not necessarily a surprise for fans.
Free kick here for Peace Arch in their own zone after defender was taken down.
Another great kick, by the way.
No chance in here for Peace Arch creeping in. Good defensive play there by Short to get up to Oliverio. Now a bit of a 3-on-3 here on the near side. The ball kept in on the far sideline. Now tucked in. Now here's McMillan. Crossing it in. And Evans. Good job there by Grower. And now Bowling will play that ball in. And calmly Jackson rolls it out.
And as we saw Jackson trying to hype his team up after the first overtime, telling them, let's finish this, let's bury him. Let's get out of here and let's get that win. And you can see he's definitely a team leader of sorts, and he's played phenomenally today. He hasn't been tested a ton, but when he has, he's been right up for the challenge.
Now a chance in here for Reed. Cuts it back, left foot cross.
Oh,
and it's headed in.
What a cross by Reed. Exceptional cross by Reed.
And headed in by number 8, Ryan Young. The goalkeeper couldn't get up to tip that ball away. And it was put in, and now it's 2-1 with roughly 12 minutes to go in this overtime. So now Delta, for the first time in the entire game, trails. And they'll have, under 10 minutes to go in this overtime. So 9 minutes for Delta to answer.
And out of the 3 games that me and you have done, I'd say that's probably the best play of the day out of the 3 games. Exceptional job by Reed to just turn on a dime, essentially, and find his guy across the field, perfect height, and he didn't have to adjust at all, and that was just beautiful.
Now tip in and smothered by Jackson. Both teams, making some substitutions. As Delta plays it up here short. Good opportunity here for Delta as that ball's down. And there'll be a free kick rewarded.
And can another miracle occur for Delta? Can they score again late to tie it?
Well, it's in a reasonable length. They can definitely get this ball into the box
Mm-hmm.
and then hope for the best. Everyone in tight now. Ball in the box here. Chance, and on the volley there. That could have been dangerous.
Not far away at all, as you mentioned.
No, not far at all. Once again, a nice boot there, deep up the park. Yeah, just over 5 minutes to go in this second overtime, 2-1 for Coastal FC Peace Arch.
You can see the anxiety on the bench of
Well, both teams really.
But specifically at Peace Arch, they just want the time to go by fast.
Of course.
And, you know, everyone on the bench is helping out, pointing out men, marking men, you know, helping out any way they can from the sideline. And they just want this this championship win.
And now once again, it's a free kick for Delta in a reasonable spot. Played in the box. That shot is blocked in front. Not too much danger there. And just played up the park. Now a little stoppage here. Checking the face of one of the defenders there for Peace Arch. Might have got some turf rubber in the eye. Sorrell plays it out wide. foul called against Delta there. So a chance for Peace Arch to get one on net here with time ticking down.
Under 5 to go, as you mentioned.
Yep. Headed away. As Delta trying to push up here, the lost ball. Now it's the 3-on-1. In comes Reed. He's got a man far post. Reed takes a shot. Nice save. The rebound. Nice save again. As the ball can't be cleared. Now it's finally cleared. That could have been the nail in the coffin if not already. But 2 big saves by the goalkeeper there.
You gotta wonder why he didn't pass that opportunity. He had 2 other guys with him, and he had a guy pretty much directly to his left, right in the middle. And rather than pass it, he just went for a shot, kind of point blank, and the keeper was able to save it.
Now time is of the essence here for Delta. Under 2 minutes to go in this overtime. Second of 2 overtimes, really, so. I'll come short. Crossed in, now it's off ahead. Delta really trying to put some pressure now in the offensive zone. Now here's a chance. Put in. Played in the box.
Oh, wow. Couple of panic moments there.
Yeah, now it's a corner kick for Delta. And this could be the last chance. We're just checking the clock right now.
I would think it would be. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, well, a minute left before stoppage. Turnaround shot here in tight.
And turnaround shot, and that's gonna...
Rebound! Oh, what a save by Jackson.
Oh. And they're sprinting to the corner. They know this is their last attempt.
Ball played in, punched out by Jackson.
And they're gonna call...
And they're calling something.
Penalty on Delta for pushing the keeper, but Jackson once again. He might be the MVP of this game.
Oh, he made some huge saves in the second half.
Absolutely.
And in this overtime, both overtime periods.
Yeah, now we've just entered the 14th minute, so.
And a quick substitution here for Delta. Need to get some last-ditch effort here. There'll be about 2 minutes of extra time added. Maybe not enough, though, for Delta.
And that was a good throw-in, actually.
Ball continues to be in Peace Arch's favor.
And you can see the captain Day on Delta telling his players, stay up. We're going to try and get the ball to you, and then you guys can try and do something.
Yep, absolutely.
Great throw-in.
Excellent throw, now in tight. First time shot, just wide. I don't think they need a third goal, but that one would have been spectacular. Good setup there off the throw-in. So.
And that's it.
And that'll do it. As Coastal FC Peace Arch comes back. They were down 1. They got one late. Add an extra one in overtime, and that'll do it. They're the Masters champ over Delta United. But what a great match. And the second half sure picked up. And overtime was very thrilling. Coastal FC Peace Arch. the Masters champs, that they beat Delta 2-1 in overtime. And some great saves from Bill Jackson.
Absolutely. Remarkable game, and I think it's fitting the way it ended. You know, you'd think that championship game shouldn't end any other way. It's got to go to overtime, and it was fantastic to see FC Peace Arch really come back, and after a tough way to end the original second half, they come back in the second half overtime and finish it off.
You see them shake hands here, and up next we have the Premier Final between the Port Moody Gunners and Langley. So that's coming up quickly as the Masters just shake hands and get off the pitch. And then right away we'll have the fourth and final match. Langley United and Port Moody Gunners. So we'll check in a little break for the start of that match.